Let me tell you something right now. You were not created to be average. You weren't designed for mediocrity. You were born with greatness on the inside of you. The same power that spoke the universe into existence is the same power that is available to you right now, right where you are. You were born for greatness, not mediocrity. Think about that for a moment. From the moment you took your first breath, you were designed with a divine purpose that goes beyond just existing. Your life is not a coincidence. The very fact that you are here today is proof that you are meant to make an impact, not just fill a space. You are not meant to blend in with the crowd, to be just another face in the sea of people. There is greatness on the inside of you, and it's time to recognize it. Your potential is limitless, yet so many people live as though they have a cap on their possibilities. They accept limitations, allowing the opinions of others and their own doubts to define what they can achieve. But I'm here to tell you that the moment you accept mediocrity is the moment you sell yourself short. You are destined for something bigger than just getting by or surviving. You were made to thrive, to lead, to excel. Mediocrity is a choice, and it's a choice that is beneath you. Every single one of us has been given unique gifts and talents, and it's not a coincidence that they are part of your makeup. These talents are not just for you to keep to yourself, they are for the world. You are made to stand out, to shine in ways that only you can. It's easy to look around and compare yourself to others, but your journey is uniquely yours. No one else can bring what you bring to the table, and that is your power. It's time to stop hiding your greatness and start walking in it. The world will try to tell you otherwise. It will whisper in your ear, convincing you that you are too small, too ordinary, too unqualified. But let me remind you of something. The very people who are making an impact today were once told they would never make it. They were once labeled as unworthy or incapable. They chose to rise above the noise and trust in the greatness that was within them. And you have that same greatness inside you. It doesn't matter where you've come from or what obstacles you've faced. What matters is where you're going. The truth is that mediocrity is a choice, but greatness is a mindset. It begins with how you see yourself. If you see yourself as average, then that's all you'll ever be. But if you see yourself as someone destined for greatness, someone with a unique purpose to fulfill, then you will begin to act accordingly. Your actions will align with your beliefs. You will start taking steps that reflect the person you believe yourself to be, someone who is worthy of success, abundance, and impact. Every day you make choices that either propel you toward your greatness or keep you stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. Every decision, from the people you spend time with to the way you spend your time, plays a part in shaping your future. If you continue to live according to the standards set by others, living in fear, doubt, and complacency, then you will never fully unlock your potential. But if you choose to break free from the chains of mediocrity and step into your calling, you will see doors open that you never imagined. You have everything you need right now to step into the greatness that is calling you. It's already within you. The power, the wisdom, the courage, all of it is available to you, but you must activate it. You can no longer afford to live small, to shrink yourself in order to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. You are destined for bigger things, and it's time you believe that. Mediocrity is the enemy of greatness. The sooner you recognize this, the sooner you will stop accepting less than what you are capable of. The world needs your gifts, your talents, your ideas. There is a purpose for your life that is waiting to be fulfilled. But that purpose can only be realized when you choose to rise above mediocrity and walk in the greatness you were born with. Don't settle for anything less. You were born to soar. Success begins with how you see yourself. The way you perceive your own worth and potential directly impacts what you will achieve in life. If you see yourself as someone unworthy of success, then that's exactly what you'll manifest in your life: lack, struggle, and missed opportunities. Your inner image, the picture you hold of yourself, will always determine the level of success you can reach. If you don't believe in your own ability to succeed, no matter how much you work, no matter how many opportunities come your way, you will always fall short. The first step to success is shifting your perception of yourself. The majority of people operate from a place of self-doubt. They think that they are too ordinary, too flawed, or too late to be successful. But that is nothing more than a limiting belief. When you look at yourself through the lens of negativity and limitation, you close the door to possibility. But when you start seeing yourself as someone with unlimited potential, someone worthy of success, the universe begins to align with that vision. Your thoughts shape your actions, and when you believe that success is inevitable for you, you begin to act with the confidence that leads to achievement. The most successful people in the world didn't get to where they are by accident. They got there because they first saw themselves in a way that others did not. They saw themselves as capable of achieving extraordinary things even when the odds were stacked against them. This vision of themselves allowed them to keep moving forward even when things seemed impossible. They didn't let temporary setbacks define them. Instead, they held fast to the belief that they were meant for something greater, and that belief fueled their actions, making success not just a possibility, but an inevitable outcome. If you don't see yourself as a success already, you will always be chasing it. The secret to reaching the next level in your life is not to chase success, but to embody it. Start seeing yourself as someone who has already achieved success. This doesn't mean being arrogant or delusional, but rather having the inner conviction that success is already yours. This mental shift will influence everything you do. When you operate from a place of certainty and self-belief, you will attract opportunities that align with your vision. You'll make decisions that reflect your confidence, and those decisions will lead you to greater success. When you see yourself as someone capable of greatness, you begin to take responsibility for your own success. You stop waiting for things to change externally and start looking at how you can grow internally. Success is not just about what happens to you. It's about how you respond to what happens. When you take ownership of your life and your actions, you no longer feel like a victim of circumstances. Instead, you feel empowered to create the life you want. This shift in perspective is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who only wish for them. Your self-image is the foundation upon which your success is built. If you see yourself as capable, resilient, and determined, you will face challenges with the confidence that you can overcome them. But if you see yourself as weak or unworthy, obstacles will seem insurmountable and failure will feel inevitable. How you view yourself will either give you the strength to push through adversity or cause you to quit before you ever even try. It's not the external world that determines your success. It's your internal world that shapes your reality. The truth is, you cannot outperform your self-image. If you want to achieve more, you must start by seeing yourself as more. You must elevate your self-perception and see yourself as someone capable of creating the life you desire. This doesn't mean that you are already perfect or that you don't have room to grow. It means that you acknowledge your worth, recognize your potential, and take action from that place of inner power. When you see yourself as someone who is destined for success, success will naturally follow. Changing the way you see yourself is not a one-time event. It's a continual process of reinforcing your worth and your abilities. Every day you must choose to see yourself as capable of achieving your goals. This shift in perception will empower you to take action even when things feel difficult. It will give you the courage to keep going when others might quit, and it will lead you to a life of success because you are no longer waiting for external validation or circumstances to change. You've already decided that you are worthy of everything you desire, and you are acting in alignment with that truth. Empowerment is not something that happens to you. It is something that you must choose every single day. It's a decision you make in the morning when you wake up and look at yourself in the mirror. It's a choice that comes in the form of your actions, your mindset, and the way you approach life. It's easy to feel empowered when everything is going right, when the sun is shining and your plans are working out. But true empowerment is tested in the storms of life. It's the daily decision to stand up even when you don't feel like it and to keep moving forward no matter the circumstances. Every day you are presented with countless opportunities to choose empowerment. You can choose to stay in bed, to wallow in negativity, or to let fear dictate your actions. Or you can decide to rise up, to take control of your mindset, and to step into your power. Empowerment is not something that is given to you by others. It's something that you must claim for yourself. And it begins with the way you talk to yourself, the thoughts you entertain, and the beliefs you hold. Every moment, every decision is a chance to either empower yourself or disempower yourself. When you make the choice to empower yourself, you are taking full responsibility for your life. You stop waiting for someone else to hand you the keys to success, to happiness, or to freedom. You recognize that you have the power to create the life you want, and that power starts with your decisions. You don't wait for the perfect circumstances, for the right time, or for everything to fall into place. You choose empowerment in the midst of uncertainty and adversity. You make the decision that no matter what happens, you will remain strong, focused, and determined to achieve your goals. Empowerment requires you to be intentional with your energy and your time. It's about recognizing that you cannot afford to waste another day. Every moment counts, and how you use that moment can either move you closer to your purpose or pull you further away from it. It's easy to let distractions take over your day. It's easy to let negativity creep in and derail your progress. But when you decide to empower yourself, you choose to control where your energy goes. You choose to prioritize the things that matter most: your health, your dreams, your relationships, and your growth. The decision to empower yourself is not just about external success. It's about internal peace and strength. It's about having the courage to confront your fears, to face your insecurities, and to move past your limiting beliefs. Empowerment is about acknowledging that you are worthy of success, happiness, and fulfillment, regardless of the mistakes you've made or the failures you've experienced. Every day you have the opportunity to redefine who you are and who you are becoming. Your past does not define you, your daily choices do. As you make the decision to empower yourself, you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Challenges become stepping stones, not roadblocks. You start to realize that nothing can hold you back unless you allow it. Empowerment gives you the strength to push through resistance, to keep going when the path seems unclear, and to trust that everything you need is already inside you. You no longer wait for permission or validation from others because you recognize that you are enough, just as you are. Empowerment also means letting go of the need for perfection. It's not about being flawless or having it all figured out. It's about showing up every day, giving your best, and being willing to learn and grow. Empowerment means embracing the journey, even when it's messy, uncomfortable, or uncertain. You are not waiting for the perfect moment because you understand that the power is in the present moment. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a victory. And as you make that decision to show up day after day, you build the confidence and resilience needed to overcome any challenge that comes your way. When you decide to empower yourself, you are not only changing your life, you are changing the world around you. Empowerment has a ripple effect. When you take control of your life, when you choose to be the best version of yourself, you inspire others to do the same. Your energy, your mindset, your actions, they influence those around you. Your empowerment becomes a source of motivation for others to rise up and make their own empowering decisions. It's a cycle of growth, strength, and inspiration that starts with one person deciding to take control of their life, and it spreads out into the world like a wildfire. Your habits shape your future more than you realize. Every small decision you make today is like a seed being planted in the soil of your life. Over time, those seeds grow and they determine the kind of life you will lead. It's easy to overlook the impact of daily habits, but they are the building blocks of your success. The way you spend your time, the routines you establish, and the choices you make on a consistent basis all create the future you will experience. If you want to change your future, you must first change your habits. Most people think that success comes from making big, dramatic changes. But in reality, it's the small, consistent actions that create lasting results. Success is built on the foundation of your habits. If you wake up every day and make intentional choices to be productive, to stay focused, and to work toward your goals, those habits compound over time and lead to extraordinary achievement. On the other hand, if you waste your days with distractions, procrastination, and unproductive behaviors, those habits will hold you back from reaching your potential. Your habits dictate your energy levels, your mindset, and your ability to execute on your goals. For instance, if you start your day with a healthy morning routine, perhaps meditation, exercise, or a moment of gratitude, you set a positive tone for the rest of the day. You feel more focused, energized, and motivated to take on the challenges that come your way. But if your morning is filled with chaos, negativity, or laziness, it's much harder to build momentum. The habits you form in the morning influence how the rest of your day unfolds, and how you spend your day determines the kind of life you will create. It's not just about big habits either. Even the small, seemingly insignificant choices you make every day contribute to your future. The way you spend your free time, the people you surround yourself with, the food you eat, and how you manage your mental and emotional health. These all play a role in shaping your destiny. When you consistently make choices that align with your goals and values, you are actively building the future you desire. But when you make choices that are misaligned, you are heading in a completely different direction. Small habits, repeated over time, will either propel you toward success or drag you away from it. The power of habits lies in their consistency. It's not about having one perfect day or one extraordinary moment. It's about showing up consistently and doing the work day in and day out. No matter how hard it may seem in the moment, the results will come if you stick with it. The key is to stay committed, even when the results aren't immediate. Habits take time to build, but once they are ingrained in your life, they become automatic, and the positive outcomes will follow. The future you envision is not a result of one day's work, but of the cumulative effect of consistent habits over weeks, months, and years. Habits also shape your identity. The more you practice a certain behavior, the more it becomes a part of who you are. If you develop a habit of being disciplined and working toward your goals every day, you begin to see yourself as someone who is capable of achieving big things. On the other hand, if your habits reinforce a mindset of laziness or avoidance, you start to see yourself as someone who struggles to get things done. The way you act on a daily basis shapes the way you see yourself and influences your self-esteem, confidence, and overall sense of worth. If you want to change your identity, you must first change your habits. The habits you develop today are investments in your future. Each action you take today, no matter how small, is a deposit in the bank of your future. It's easy to look at the immediate gratification of shortcuts or distractions, but those things won't help you reach your long-term goals. True success requires patience, persistence, and discipline, the habits you form today will compound over time, leading to a future that reflects your hard work and commitment. If you want to achieve your dreams, you must start by making small but powerful changes in your daily habits. The future you want is built in the present. The future you experience will be determined by the choices you make today. Every habit, no matter how small, is shaping your tomorrow. If you want a better future, you must begin by changing your daily routine and making empowered choices that support your vision. Your habits are not just actions. They are reflections of who you believe you are and who you are becoming. The good news is that if your current habits are not serving you, you have the power to change them. You have the ability to redefine your future by choosing to develop habits that align with the person you want to become. The power to shape your future is in your hands, and it starts with the habits you build today. Faith is your most powerful weapon because it transcends the limitations of the physical world and taps into the infinite possibilities that lie beyond what the eye can see. When you operate in faith, you align yourself with a force greater than yourself, something that cannot be measured or quantified, but has the power to move mountains and open doors that seem impossible to others. Faith is not a passive hope. It is an active belief that the unseen will manifest, that what you desire is already on its way, even when the circumstances do not immediately reflect it. In times of struggle, it is faith that keeps you moving forward when logic and reason tell you to quit. When everything around you seems uncertain, when setbacks and challenges arise, faith is what empowers you to believe that this is not the end of your journey, but rather an opportunity for growth. Faith allows you to see beyond the immediate obstacle and trust that there is a purpose in the process. It reminds you that setbacks are not failures, they are stepping stones on your path to greatness. Faith gives you the courage to take risks, to step into the unknown with the confidence that something greater awaits you on the other side. It fuels your actions when doubt tries to hold you back. Without faith, fear and uncertainty have the upper hand. But with faith, you can move in the face of fear, trusting that your steps are guided and that you are never alone. When you hold on to faith, you stop waiting for everything to be perfect or for the conditions to be ideal. You take action regardless of the external circumstances because you trust that the outcome will align with your highest good. Faith also empowers you to keep going when the road gets tough. Success is never a straight line. There will be challenges, there will be detours, and there will be moments when it seems like all hope is lost. But faith teaches you that these difficult moments are not the end, they are part of the journey. It gives you the strength to keep moving even when you can't yet see the final destination. With faith, you don't need to know exactly how things will unfold. You just need to believe that they will. Moreover, faith is a shield that protects you from the negativity and doubt that others may try to impose on you. When you have unwavering faith in yourself, your purpose, and your path, the opinions of others lose their power over you. You stop seeking validation from the outside world and instead rely on your inner belief. This inner strength is what gives you the resilience to keep pushing forward even when the world tells you to quit. Faith protects your mind, your heart, and your vision from external influences that seek to derail you. The beauty of faith is that it's not bound by time or space. It is not limited by what is visible in the present moment. Faith allows you to tap into the unseen realm where all possibilities exist. When you have faith, you know that the timing may not be on your schedule, but it is always on God's perfect timeline. Faith gives you the ability to wait patiently for your desires to manifest while maintaining a sense of peace, knowing that everything is happening as it should. It is the belief that everything is already in motion, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Faith also strengthens your connection to a higher purpose. It brings you into alignment with your true calling, reminding you that you are not here by accident. You are part of a greater plan, and the challenges you face are not just random occurrences. They are part of the divine design that is leading you to where you need to be. When you trust in this higher purpose, you begin to see every experience, good or bad, as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become the person you were created to be. Faith helps you stay grounded and focused on your purpose, even when the distractions of life try to pull you off course. In essence, faith is the fuel that propels you toward your destiny. Without faith, you are merely reacting to the circumstances of life. But with faith, you become an active participant in the unfolding of your future. You move with confidence, with purpose, and with an unshakable belief that your best days are ahead of you. Faith is not just a feeling, it is a force. It empowers you to take action, to stay the course, and to believe in yourself and your dreams, no matter how far away they may seem. It is the most powerful weapon you have in your arsenal, capable of turning the impossible into possible, and it will carry you through the challenges and triumphs of life. You are the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Often we look outside ourselves for the solution to our problems, waiting for the perfect opportunity, the right person, or the ideal circumstances to appear. We wait for some external force to come and change the course of our lives. But the truth is, the power to create the breakthrough you seek has always been inside of you. You are the one who has the ability to shift your life from where it is now to where you want it to be. The moment you realize this is the moment your life begins to change. The breakthrough you're seeking doesn't need to come from someone else or some outside event. It starts with a shift in your mindset. It begins with understanding that you hold the keys to your own success. It's easy to look around and feel like everything is happening to you, but when you take full responsibility for your life, everything changes. You realize that every choice, every thought, and every action you take either brings you closer to your dreams or holds you back. The breakthrough comes when you stop waiting for change and start becoming the change you seek. So often we believe that a breakthrough is something that happens in a dramatic moment of inspiration or a miraculous event. We wait for the aha moment to strike or for something outside of us to push us forward. But real breakthroughs happen when you make the conscious decision to show up, to keep going, and to do the work even when you don't feel like it. It's about taking consistent action even when the results aren't immediate. It's about trusting the process and believing that every step forward, no matter how small, is taking you closer to the breakthrough you desire. You are the breakthrough because you have the ability to break through every barrier, every limitation, and every obstacle that stands in your way. You already have everything you need within you to succeed. The challenges you face aren't meant to stop you. They are meant to strengthen you. Every struggle is an opportunity for growth. Every setback is a lesson in perseverance. And when you choose to rise above these challenges, you unlock a new level of power within yourself. You realize that nothing can hold you back, not your past, not your mistakes, and certainly not the opinions of others. When you recognize that you are the breakthrough, you stop relying on the external world to validate your worth. You no longer wait for someone else to come and fix things for you. Instead, you take ownership of your life and your success. You understand that you are fully capable of creating the life you want. And you begin to act in alignment with that belief. This shift in perspective is the true breakthrough because it empowers you to take control of your destiny rather than waiting for it to happen by chance. The truth is, the breakthrough you've been waiting for isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous process of growth, evolution, and self-discovery. Every time you push past your comfort zone, every time you take a leap of faith, And every time you overcome a challenge, you experience a breakthrough. These moments accumulate and compound over time, building the foundation for the life you truly want. The more you believe in yourself, the more breakthroughs you create. It's about choosing to take action even when the path ahead is unclear, and trusting that the results will follow. As you continue to grow and evolve, you begin to see that the breakthroughs you experience are not just about external success. They are about your internal transformation. Each breakthrough changes who you are, what you believe, and how you see the world. With every challenge you conquer, you grow stronger, more confident, and more capable. You become a living testament to the power of persistence, faith, and self-belief. The person you are becoming is the very breakthrough you've been waiting for. Ultimately, the breakthrough you seek is not something you need to wait for or chase down. It is something you already possess. You are the breakthrough. It's about tapping into your own power, stepping into your purpose, and realizing that you have everything you need to create the life you desire. The moment you embrace this truth is the moment you stop waiting for something outside of yourself to change and instead start creating the life you've always dreamed of. Your breakthrough is now, and it begins with you.